she's a lot skinnier than she's ever been in my life, but dang, man. We're going to find out some of these side effects and how real they are and what it's doing to some of our favorite athletes of the past. And, we got Sage Steele and Dr. Drew here. And we'll see who else comes in, but this is worth a watch. Let's see what they got going on.
Thing for me.
That's
terrible.
Shocking.
Yeah.
It's shocking. What I'm going to say, my segue was the judgmental part and how now we're being super judgy about so many things, Jill, about so many people who have suddenly undergone this physical transformation. And we've talked a lot, and as soon as I kind of let this sink in inside, I was like,
It happens so fast. That's the incredible thing. It's just unbelievable how quick this goes down. I'm talking about your weight.
I have to bring this up on Actual Friends. So, Drew, we're just tapping into you and your medical expertise so much today. And it has to do with Serena Williams, in this case, first and foremost, who, probably not arguably, the greatest tennis player of all time. And famously strong and thick and muscular and body positivity. Who cares? We love it. She's Serena. She's crushing it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, we see her
She's the
on
last person that needs to be on
TV
it.
doing ads for GLP1s. This Roe is a telehealth company that she is now. She's one of the big sponsors. This is
She's probably made so much money from that.
I don't know what her playing weight was. The numbers don't matter to me.
Look at all the muscle loss. That's the striking thing for me.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Shocking.
Show the pictures. Come on.
I'm on Roe, 34 pounds down on GLP1s. Healthier on Roe.
That's not necessarily true, because if you're losing muscle mass, well, guess what, guys? The heart's a muscle. You're going to be losing heart density. Like, that's not good. That's needed. Keep your heart strong, guys.
On Roe.
Cardio.
FDA-approved
Gentle
GLP1
cardio.
option.
Walking.
Now, even in a pill.
You don't have to stress
Weight
it
loss
out.
expertise I trust. I'm moving better on Roe. I'm feeling better on Roe. I'm Serena Williams. This is me on Roe.
There's a lot here.
Do you want, I'd love, and whoever wants to start the reaction to it, because it's significant and I think it's fascinating considering she was part of that body positivity group for all those years when people called her masculine for her muscles, etc. And now she's done playing and it's just gone. And you see her putting a shot in her arm. Like, to me, it was disappointing. Is that bad? Am I being judgy?
Well, I feel like I got to punt to the fitness expert and the doctor
I want to hear Jill
here, and then
first.
I'll chime in at the end. So you guys
mocked her because she could
response
mog
is what I've been hearing
them.
quite a lot of, actually. People are disappointed in her. I think for a couple of reasons. There's, of course, the body positivity people that were like, I thought you told me like I'm good the way that I am, so they feel betrayed. Then there's people that just see it as like a money grab, and they're thinking, don't you have enough? 30 pounds like is not enough to warrant you taking a GLP-1. People are spontaneously going blind. There are thousands of class actions now.
Yeah, stomachs are getting paralyzed.
That aren't even on the box, and the ones on the box are scary. And what I'm trying to point out here is that this should be done with a doctor's supervision, because there are serious side effects, and the cost-benefit analysis
What's up, Maria Luna?
Always talks about
Doing
should really
good.
be taken into account. I'd say
How you
with
doing
30
today?
pounds to lose, I wouldn't think that applies to her, but it's like, it's not my body. I'm the last one to be able to say, but I've kind of stayed away from it just because it's like, listen, she wants to do this, like, okay, great, do it. She wants to make money, okay, great, make money. She's not. I think it'd be different if I suddenly turned around and was selling this stuff, because it's like, oh, you piece of shit.
Sure,
like you said, don't do that. It's an about face. You're a total.
I don't know. Not everything's about money, guys. Like, if you think you're 30 pounds overweight, you're probably not. It's just this unachievable beauty standard, for men and women alike. It's unachievable. And you look at a lot of this, like plastic surgery that both men and women get as they start to grow older. Like Simon Cowell, what happened to that guy? I can't recognize him. And then the chick from The Boys, forget her name, pardon me, but whoa. Yeah, there's just all these things that people do. Like you gotta lose weight, man. That's how you're gonna become healthy. Well, it's healthier on your heart if you lose the weight. Well, not if the medicine is eating my heart in the process. Because that's what's going on, guys. You got to be really careful with this stuff. We're still years out from a safe version. And, you know, there's going to be future versions of some of these drugs that AI is going to figure out. They're going to be a lot safer for us. And they're going to make you build muscle better than steroids. Men and women are going to be able to take it. It's going to strip fat off of you, but keep a safe amount on you. Yeah, I don't know. So we're not there yet.
Sell out. I don't know, but your reaction,
I'm not sure it's
having
that different, actually.
Everyone wants a short
from a
belly.
star athlete.
What do you think, Doc?
But yeah, I want to hear what
Well, I mean, I always look at it from the clinician standpoint, and maybe she believes all the things she said in that ad too. Maybe she does feel better. Maybe that was a difficult weight for her. As I said, I reacted first to the muscle loss because that is muscle maintenance is one of the most important ingredients in longevity and in maintaining stable metabolism and reducing the effects of excess insulin. All are really important aspects of aging and health. But
you can see her neck and her arms.
She didn't see her numbers. I don't know what her parameters were.
So thin and
to
flat
get things
now.
down a little bit. Okay, let's just say that's so. Whenever physicians become over-enthusiastic about anything, and as Jillian pointed out, the lack of risk-reward analysis, where it's only good, and it's good when you start hearing good for everything, expect to hear horror stories. I just heard a new side effect, which is lack of interest. It's like depression without the sadness. Apathy. Like you like no.
Dude, I'm telling you, I know this is sad, but like my mom's lost a lot of weight, right? And you know, she does her job well. She's really good at pickleball. You know, she was a tennis pro when I was a kid. So that's just naturally her place to be, is on the court. But, you know, like, she's hard to talk to these days. So getting a hold of her, like holding her attention for more than 30 seconds, it's kind of difficult. I don't know what's happened. It might be the medicine, it might not be, you know. But you got to be careful with these drugs, guys. Like, they're right. That apathy, that almost lethargic attitude. It's like a zombie almost. It's like they just go through the motions instead of the emotions. But yeah, something to be aware of.
Nothing is motivating to you, including working or your family or anything. We know about the GI effects. I've seen sepsis from what I think is bowel obstruction or bowel necrosis. It is a very, very serious medication and be used only when it's really worth it.
Trying to find you this quote from David Sinclair, where he just talked about how.
Elise Madeline, hello.
Okay, hang on.
Thank you for joining.
You guys keep
I appreciate
talking.
you.
Well,
but he
learn
said
a
like
little bit
something like
about
30 or
these
40,000
side
people
effects
have
of the
spontaneously
GLP1s.
lost their vision.
Oh,
A
there's been
study
some eye
analyzing
stuff.
over
Yeah.
16.
There's some eye
Yeah,
stuff.
you take a drug to
lose your
There's a lot
vision?
of stuff. So sure, if you are a
side effect, that's
significantly
terrible.
obese, diabetic, and you have very serious risks ahead, we got to get your weight down.
And then they
by
convince
all
you that you
means.
got to keep taking it,
But
otherwise
if
you're
you
just going
are
to rubber band right
a
back to
healthy
where you
person
were.
who wants to lose 30 pounds.
Which I don't think is true.
I mean, for a few weeks maybe or something to get things going. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
right?
you're just taking
Kickstart it.
unnecessary risk.
I think
Check
it's
your
fair to try to get into the
thyroid.
psychology of this for her in particular, when again,
Check your nutrient
she was
deficiencies, you know?
celebrated and she was celebrating
Walk
her
more.
body and the muscle and the masculinity of it. And it served her well. 23
Serena used to be yoked,
Grand
and she
Slams.
looked
Many people
good.
say not just the greatest women's tennis player, but the greatest tennis player of all time because of
Right.
her dominance over such a long period of time. And I think, so then you retire and the spotlight goes away. And you have all the money in the world and you're married to one of the co-founders of Reddit, like you're good. But
Is she really?
How
That's
am I
crazy.
going to stay out there and stay in that spotlight? And now, because I'm not a professional athlete, am I no longer happy with this body? But it is confusing when this was part of your identity. And now
Yo,
all of a
Marty, I'm
sudden
not
we see you on
buying
TV,
viewers, bro.
you know,
I'm
giving
gonna do this
yourself
organic, but
shots,
thank you.
and
I
it's 3 or 4
appreciate it.
pounds gone. It's just very confusing to me, and I would like to really quickly, as I wrap this up, it's not just women, it is men, as you said, Dr. Drew, and Tom Brady one of the most, the all-time greatest
Sage
football
Steele.
player. I mean, literally, he is called
Disney
the GOAT.
did
There's
her
no
wrong.
questions about it anymore. Can we
She's so
play real
intelligent.
quick what he's doing as well? Because it's important that it's not just us chicks.
In terms of what EMED's mission is and what it's trying to deliver for global health, we are on a fast track to in a great trajectory to really make a huge impact in the health for a lot of people, and maybe in ways that we haven't seen in a very long time. It's very powerful, but it has to be done responsibly, and that's really where EMED fits in with the right doctors, the right support, the right team of people.
Tests, please.
And we can get people on the right track for them to live their healthiest life. I want to kind of break the stigma around the fact that, discipline.
You want to lose weight? Discipline,
hard work, and willpower
food
are something that is just. A lot of those people that is something that is more of a struggle, but we need to be able to provide support for those people as well.
We all find it at different points in our lives.
I don't know what he's talking about exactly, but I don't disagree with
search
anything
for
he
it.
said.
It's up to you.
You
have to make the
about
decision.
selling GLP1s?
No one's just going to give it to you.
and that's what EMED is about, and it's at home testing, telehealth
No one cares
services,
about
and
you.
access to GLP-1 medications via telehealth.
I'm
I
so
don't actually
sympathetic,
like what he
though,
said at
guys.
the end.
I'm so
I don't
sympathetic.
like what he said at the end.
But I'm so
I don't like what
sympathetic
he
to
said at the end.
medical freedom
but
and
can I-
medical access and getting things into people's homes. I'm
Great.
just so much about
Great.
that. I just hope that
I
they
am
don't
too,
push the GLP1s. That's when you get in
But
trouble.
that's the problem.
But it's
But
all
that's
over the
problem.
website.
And then it's almost, and again, maybe this is the part of me that's just too much of a hard ass. Like he's I was born with it. You weren't. Like
I know,
making
that was cringy.
excuses.
He's disempowering them with that
excuses.
statement.
He's saying that
And in order to
discipline
benefit
is
the company
genetic.
that he is now
No,
the chief
he grew up in a
wellness
good
officer
home.
for. But and I gotta
Not a
say,
lot of trauma,
people have talked a
whole lot of
lot publicly
support,
about the change in
education,
his
clean
look since he
food,
retired a
clean
few years
water,
ago, and how gaunt he is. Is he using
restful
GLP-1s?
bed at night.
And
He
again,
felt
that is his
safe.
business. But overall, it's one thing if you are obese. We've talked about obesity on the show a lot.
If you're obese and have
it's another
diabetes,
thing,
it's a
though, to your
different story.
point about 20, 30 pounds and what's the goal? And it's not your fault.
All right, guys. Yeah, that was the Actual Friends podcast. Pretty good. I like them. Dave Rubin can be kind of a bozo sometimes, but he seemed all right in this show because he's surrounded by friends and they're not talking politics. They're talking real life. Jillian Michaels, always loved her. She's cool. She's intense. Dr. Drew, cool dude. I like him. He's funny. Love it when he's with comedians on their podcasts. I'll have to pull up one of those one of these days. Real cool. See people for who they are. But yeah. If you know anybody who's on GLP-1s, just keep an eye on them because there's a lot of side effects: paralyzed stomach, blindness, just apathy, not wanting to talk to you. It's worrisome, and they need our help because if they don't see the problem, then who knows where it's going to go. But anyways, don't want to be too gloomy and sad. Let's move on to the next one. Stick around. I'll be right back.